Hi, my name is Emily, and today we're doing spring and summer trends. I have my nice little friend with me. If you wanted to see this as like a study date, you know, study with me the 2021 spring summer trends. So I have my nice little bed set up, it's like cozy. I have some coffee. I have a little stuffed animal friend. I have my nice old laptop with me. So let's get into it. I wanted to make sure I mentioned this because I think it's important. Obviously trends are not something that you or anyone needs to really follow, because obviously trends are just something that is trendy. It's just like a little like temporary kind of like thing that's happening. And of course, if you are interested in that, you should go for it. You should go for it. But it's not necessarily something you need to like invest a lot of money or time in, you know. It's just something interesting to like look at. And I think obviously if you don't like something, you know, you don't need to follow it. You can wear what you want to wear. And I think that it's like the biggest take back from all of this kind of thing. I think that trends and like runway stuff, it's like, I think it's important because obviously you can see something new that you might not have seen before, and I think that's so interesting. When I was in school, and this is like a weird flex or something, I studied fashion design for my last like 3 years of school, and it was always cool to see what my classmates would come up with, or like what my teachers would wear, or like, you know, just like what people were doing. The individuality that people have when they wear clothing is so cool to me, and I love that. So anyways, sorry, that's like a whole different tangent. Trends don't have to define your style. I think that you can take what you will from what you like and kind of adapt it to what you normally wear, and like maybe take little pieces of things that you like and then you kind of interpret it in your own way. And that is the beauty of clothing. That's so fun to me. So let's get into it. Sorry. So first up, we have cutouts. This is something that is really interesting to me because I think this is more of like a high fashion, like trickle down kind of thing. We've been kind of seeing it with like more deconstructed pieces. Like there's that whole like turtleneck with only sleeves thing where it's just like a cutout. And it's very like weird to see because it's like, what is going on? There's like nothing, you're not really wearing anything. Although it might not like appeal to everyone, it's still cool to look at. Like I would never pay that much money for that, but it's like cool, you know? I'll probably end up saying that like a million times, but so sorry. Kind of like carried over from last year is like Bermuda length shorts. I saw a lot of people wearing like wider, longer shorts, and I think that's gonna carry a lot over into now with Bermuda shorts like jorts. Oh my god, can you imagine jorts, like suiting shorts, you know what I mean? Like suit sets, like a nice cool blazer with the matching pants, but the pants are shorts. It's the movement away from like those really short shorts into like a longer length, which we used to see in like early like 2010s. I don't know if you guys also had this, but I have a little bit of like PTSD from like hearing Bermuda shorts, because there were these like neon light colored plaid Bermuda shorts, this light like cottony material, and they had like sweatpant waistbands, and like I would wear them when I was younger and they were like all the rage. Please tell me if you also had or wore these, because I swear it was like a cult thing with like my friends and like other like kids at school, and I like wanted them so bad, but I could not find them until like months later when my parents finally found them at like the thrift store and got it for me. But by then it wasn't like really that cool anymore. God, what a time. Maybe I can, you know, get over that trauma that I have from that long ago, because now it's more classy looking. Something really big transitioning from fall and winter to spring and summer, I think, are knits. Knits are always really in, but I think recently within the last year or two. I know personally I'm really into like rib knit. It's just like that nice, like it just looks so cool. And it's always like high quality. Like a lot of like those knit sets I've really been in. And like people really like fuzzy things, and like there's like knit bags, knit blazers, even like distressed knit is really, I saw a lot of that on there. You know, I didn't really see it as like a trend, but I think that it might be turned into something really cool. Like with Acne Studios, Acne Studios, they had some cool like distressed knit like pieces, like overlay, like really like loose knit, like crochet kind of things. And I think that's really interesting. So maybe we'll see that into spring and summer because it's more lightweight. Of course, you can't say spring and summer without saying pastels. Pastels have been in for the past few years, and I think it's only gonna get better. I think those solid like suit sets in pastels are so cool, and I think like pink and like light baby blue are gonna be really in this spring and summer. This is more like a detail, but like sleeves, more specifically like big balloon sleeves. It's like the big like puff sleeve, exaggerated shoulders. It's like more of the Renaissance like look that you're looking for. I mean, I personally, I love it, and I really think that everyone on the goddamn planet loves it too, because obviously it's a trend. And we had like knots Renaissance, knits, and chainmail and crochet. I mentioned this in the other thing with the knits, but I think this is like a kind of separate category. This is such a goddamn vibe. I think Balenciaga had this cool like long overlay chainmail like dress with like kind of like fringy chain at the bottom. Oh my god, it was so cool. Like how would I ever wear that? But it's like cool to think about, right? I don't know how popular this would be, but I think it's cool to look at, you know. More things in detailing, a nod towards workwear. And I think a lot of this is with like the tactical element. There was a lot of big trends in like big boots, like lug sole boots last year. And I think that has kind of transitioned towards main clothing pieces. So like lots of like tactical elements, big like industrial pockets, and like more of those like fitted like workwear pieces. It's nothing too crazy. I think this would be easily wearable, you know, but I think it's interesting that this has come back to this again. You know, it's always nice to see stuff that's more wearable and easier to attain than waiting for like huge designers to have it trickle down into mainstream. I think this is very easy to find and very wearable. Another thing with like silhouettes, wide pants. If you watch, I've watched quite a few trend videos recently, and I always see them talking about these wide-legged pants. If you haven't noticed, I think flared pants were really in, and they still are, and I think they will only get bigger, you know? But I think a nice like friend to that, if you don't like the flared jeans, because flared pants. I don't think flared pants are for everyone, but if you don't like that, maybe you can try out like those wide-legged pants. They're a lot more comfortable and wearable, I think, and you can kind of dress them up or dress them down. There's like multitudes of fabrics that you can find in those kinds of pants, and you can find them anywhere in like so many different kinds of styles. I don't have nothing against skinny jeans. I think that if you like skinny jeans, and there's always a time to wear skinny jeans, but I think that trying out wide-legged pants is something, if you want to step out of your comfort zone for a little bit, I think wide-legged pants are cool. Let's get into patterns. Patterns have been huge. Holy moly. There was tie-dye. It was just for like a little brief bit. I think when quarantine hit, everyone was kind of like having a mental breakdown, and so they wanted to do something at home. But I think that part of that organic shape, like part of that organic shapes and stuff nods towards 70s, 60s, with like the whole groovy prints, psychedelic kind of styles. Even like animal prints are really in again. We have to bring up checkerboard. Checkerboard is back. It's back, and it has like a knife to my throat telling me that I need to like this again. I don't know if you guys I was so surprised to hear and see that checkerboard was back in. From like 2017, 2016, there was this obsession with primary colors, and like along with that was like racing gear and like black and white checkerboard from that. And so when I kind of got sick of that like sort of checkerboard look because of that oversaturation of that kind of style, that I was like, no more, no more, never again. But it's here again, but I think in a different way. I feel like the patterns are larger, like the overall check is a lot bigger. They're putting it into different like materials. That is so cool. There's this one like trench, like fluffy trench checkerboard jacket that when I saw on Instagram, I almost peed my pants because it was so beautiful. I welcome it. If they can improve on that old checkerboard, maybe I can also get over this trauma as well. Some last small things. Bra tops. I am not the biggest bra top person, mainly because I don't like to show too much of my upper body skin. But I think it is interesting. And obviously, like, you can get like a cool bra anywhere, and there's always like swimsuits and stuff, that kind of thing. So, you know, take what you will from that kind of thing. I think fringe is about high time, you know. I don't mind it. I think that a lot of the times when I see fringe, it's on like a bad designed bag or like a weird jacket or vest or something, and I find it personally kind of hard to wear fringe because I find it just kind of like flies around everywhere, and I don't know what to do with all this stuff like getting tangled up. But I saw this Bottega Veneta, I don't know, Bottega bag, and it's like fluffy, and it's like yellow, and it has fringe, these huge like pieces of fringe that come down on it, and it is so amazing looking. I think just because it's fluffy, I like it, which is not good. I would never spend that much money on something, a bag like that, but it's so crazy. I really want to recreate it because it's so cool looking. Yeah, oh my god, I just thinking about it is crazy to me. That's just an instant of fringe where I think it's like new way of implementing that old style into modern tastes, right? Okay, I think that's everything that I've been noticing for spring and summer 2021 trends. I hope that you enjoyed our little study date. I hope that you learned something, and maybe you're inspired to do some of your own research. I fully support finding your own style and expanding on it, because I don't think I have found my full like thing. We're always expanding and changing and adapting. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.